Hi everyone, welcome back to Dahlia Designs, Jewelry and More. Thank you for joining me today. I have a rather large haul from Bead Box Bargains. Actually, it's two hauls from 2 days, back-to-back days, but I'm going to combine it all as one. But before I get into that, I have a couple things I just want to show you. I'm going to start over here. This was, I don't know if you remember my Artbeads haul. They had sent the wrong thing. It's in the right package. It has the right number on it. But when I opened it up, it was supposed to be head pins, and it was eye pins. So I sent them a picture of this all unrolled up from in here. And I opened it. I didn't open the inner package, but I unrolled it because it was really taped up, because these looked too thin for 21 gauge, but I didn't know they were eye pins until I unrolled it. Now these I can clearly see are head pins, which is what I ordered. So thank you to Artbeads for your customer service and shipping those out to me and letting me keep the wrong item. And then Fire Mountain, my big order from before, I had two things on back order. One was, they were both stainless steel round 4mm 22 gauge, which is a thinner gauge wire jump rings. And then 2 packs of 2 stainless steel lobster clasps. And there's the number. It's H2OA9296FN. So they came in and they sent them to me, and I received them actually earlier. These Artbeads, I think, came yesterday. These came a few days ago, as did this. Now, if you were watching the Great Bead Extravaganza hosted by Softflex early November, I couldn't watch it because I had a Stampin' Up thing. I'm also a Stampin' Up demonstrator, which is on my other channel, Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. Anyway, they had various artists and vendors and things like that on, and one of them was Allegory Gallery. And one of the people that owns that and runs it is Andrew Thornton. And I actually think I met him, but I'm at a bead fest well, probably almost 10 years ago now, probably, or maybe 8 or 9. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, I think I met him. He was helping his sister, who is head of Green Girls Studios. And anyway, he and his partner are head now this Allegory Gallery, which is in Pennsylvania, but it's on the opposite end of or side of the state from me. And then here's their shipping that I got. Allegory is a story, poem, or image that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning. So that's kind of cool. The Hidden Meaning Gallery. Anyway, I didn't get a whole lot from them. They do Facebook Lives, I think, on Mondays, but don't hold me to that. Could be Wednesdays. I'm just not sure. They stated, but I can't remember. Anyway, after the Great Bead Extravaganza, which they were part of, they had a live, and I just happened upon it, and they had these vessels. All these things apparently were handmade, or at least these were handmade in Peru. These are handmade also, but I think they're also from Peru. These are little vessels, but they have holes on them so you can hang them from leather or cording of some kind. And I just had to have this sleeping cat. Isn't that so cool? Now these are to put like essential oils in, or you could put little seed beads in, whatever you want to do. I don't know if I'll put anything in. I just like the way it looked. Because you know me and cats, right? And then this one I got not for me, but it's a mermaid. And look at all the detail on this. And the hair and the fin, what do you call those? Scales on the back. So loads of detail. And they didn't have a whole lot of them, so you had to be specific in what you wanted, and if they had any left, you could get them. And then these little gingerbread ladies and gents, I had gotten some similar from softflex.com, but these were lighter color. So like these are almost like a a yellow tan, and these are tan, but they're all considered light. And then these are also considered light. They had darker ones, but I'd already bought the darker ones from Soft Flex, so I have some dark ones now and light. And these have little shiny, almost like little gems right there on for their little buttons. So cute. And they're beads. They're called teeny tiny beads or something, but he said they were saying that they couldn't get any more in after this. This was it. So I just got 4 of each of those, and they packaged things up so well. I was extremely happy with the packaging, and actually the delivery was pretty quick too, considering it's a 2-person shop there. Yeah, so they had them in this box, but then inside the box, each, like this was wrapped in tissue, this was wrapped in tissue, and they had them wrapped really well. And then of course there's cotton in there. I just didn't want all the crinkling to happen on the video. So let me get set up for the Bead Box Bargains haul, and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, I'm back. This is my Bead Box Bargains haul, and the first thing I'm going to just quickly show you is, as soon as and this is why I had 2 orders. I had shopped on the 21st of November, and I did not see that they had items from the November bead box up, but at the very end of that day, or sometime the next day, the 22nd, they did. So I went back and I got 2 strands of the barrel beads, the frosted crackle agate, and 2 packs or strands of the fluted rounds, because I really loved those a lot. And I also got more of the cranberry faceted rondelles. I don't have much of that color, that dark red. I got 1 strand of the dolomite with the gold. I did get more of those violet opal crystals that I loved, and I did get the big, I have 2 of these left. These big, these are lamp work, as are the fluted melon, but these are the ones that have the gold stone in, and I want to get some round gold stones and see how they'll work with it, and I have them in a cart on some other site. So anyway, all right, so that's it for what was in the bargain bead box. They do have some tassels and things. I didn't reorder those because I haven't used all of those yet. Anyway, and I don't know, I'm not a real big tassel person. So then I guess the next thing is I'll just work from up here. Now this is a combination of both orders, and I guess before I do that, because it was 2 orders, I got 2 thank yous. One is a set of 3 toggle clasps, and they're really nice. They're double-sided, so they can be used as clasps or as, and they're a nice size too. So thank you, Bead Box Bargains. And then these beautiful crystals, I counted them, there's 94, and they're about the size of the cranberry one, so I guess they're like a 6x4 faceted rondelle, and they're like a clear with copper coating on, something like that. Really pretty, and I can see many uses for those as well. Okay, so then we'll just start up here. These were actually on the 2nd order. I don't usually get too many charms, but and I don't usually get too many trees of life either. I like them, but I want to make my own trees of life with gemstones. But I just thought, this is called a Celtic or Celtic tree of life, and I'm sure it was probably from a bargain bead box, but it didn't have a label on it like that. Usually there's a number on them. They're not very heavy. I'm wondering if they're metallicized plastic. No, they have to be, they're metal, I think. I don't know. I'll have to get a magnet and check them, but they're very pretty. They're shiny silver, and I guess the Celtic design is around the edges here, and they're double-sided, so I really like that about them. And then I got smaller ones. These are a pack of 5, and they also are sort of double-sided, not as much as the other one. They're not as nice, but they're smaller, so these are nice for earrings, and they're pretty lightweight, but you get 5 of them. Whenever they come in sets of 5, I usually get 2 sets so that I have 5 pair, of something, but I didn't do that. And I don't know if it's because they didn't have any more or I just didn't do it. Excuse me. Okay. So then the next thing is, now these were on my first order. These are check, where are they? Here they are. Table cut glass dragonfly coin beads, and these are in turquoise green Picasso luster. The Picasso is mostly on the sides and I guess a little bit on the indent. They're shiny on the sides, but you can definitely see the Picasso finish, which almost makes it look like a real turquoise, but they're flat and then etched with on both sides, dragonflies. This side has a little more color in it than this side does. Maybe that's where they're on closeout. I don't know. But those are 17 millimeter, and they were $1.89 for a pack of 2. And I also got them in the almond Picasso. I don't know. I'm into this almond Picasso color for some reason. So I'll let you see them. And they are coin beads. And same thing, the back does not have as much color in it. You know, that one has a little bit of a etching boo-boo, but the fronts are okay. The other sides are okay. I'll probably use them in, not for earrings, but for like a bracelet or something. And then these I think I got in the second, or nope, I got them in this first order. These are turquoise green Picasso 18 millimeter check pressed glass ammonite fossil. I think that's how you say it. And they are double-sided. I have some real ammonite and I haven't done anything with it yet, but they're not beads. They're just, they have to be wire wrapped or something. So I've had them for several years. So I got those in the first order. And then these little stars, I should have got more of these, but you know the little Christmas trees I made with the Swarovski Marguerite beads? If you watched my, that was having fun making jewelry on my other channel, but it's in a playlist I have on this channel as well. Anyway, I used some coated hematite beads, but they were a little bigger than these and very fragile, and I thought maybe these would actually work better for those Christmas tree earrings that I made. So I'm gonna try those, and you get 30 pieces for, these are 6 millimeter check pressed glass star beads gold for 95 cents. So I don't know if they have any more of those left, but I don't want to place an order for just those. So anyway, they're nice. I think they'll work out better for my little trees. And I have some of these, but in silver and like blue or something, not gold. Okay, now these are from my second order. They have these shell pendants, and they're different colors. Let me get the, they're a little pricey. They're $2.49 because they're handmade glazed porcelain scallop shell pendant. They're flat on the back. They have they're drilled front to back, and the drill holes are a nice size, so you can get a reasonable cord or jump ring in there. So this one is their pendant PNDT 485, approximately 28 by 30 handmade glazed porcelain scallop shell pendant. They didn't state a color on this. I'm calling it natural with white because the back is more white. It does have a little bit of blue in it too down here. This one is the same except that they call it pink, and it does have a little like burgundy, purpley and blue in it, but definitely pink. I like that one, and I'll show you something later. And then this one is called brown blue. They're all scallop shell pendants, handmade porcelain glaze. Isn't that pretty? That's my favorite, of course. Brown on the back, brown blue. And then this one is called brown slash white because it's got some white here. It is brown on the back, so the white is coming in from the front. And that one is nice for a neutral also. Now they're all saying approximately 28 to 30, but these two are definitely a little bit bigger than these two. These two are the same. These are longer this way, and I think a little bit wider, but oh well. About the same, and I'm okay with that. Okay, and then These are, well, I had to get these because of the color. These are marquee beads. These are on the other, are they on the other one? Here they are. These were on the first order. 7-piece, 18 by 7 millimeter check table cut glass patterned marquee beads, Capri blue Picasso Capri blue Picasso. The Picasso's on the edges and in the etching type thing, but they're so pretty. The light, there you go. Somebody else I think got these, and I saw that color, and I might have been Wendy Whitman, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, I got 2 packs of those, so I have 14 of these because I love that color, and the shape is unique. And usually when you get marquees, they're top drilled. These are drilled top to bottom, and I love that. Because yeah, it's just easier to work with when they're drilled top to bottom, I think. There's a place for the top drilled as well, meaning you'd have to put wire through this way instead of this way. Now the interesting thing is, oh, I may be telling a lie. This one doesn't look like it goes all the way down, the drill. This one does. There's a hole at the bottom on that one. This one has a hole there, but there's no hole out there, so that's like a half drilled one. That might be a defect. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, well, most of them are drilled top to bottom. I may have to do something extra special with this one here. He sort of stands out. Anyway, and then these, now I don't have any business buying daggers because I have like a whole container of daggers, like, you know, a big container of them. But these were so unique, I just couldn't pass them up. These are called 16 by 5 millimeter check dagger beads, etched crystal vitriol stripes. So I don't know if you can see, they are etched, they have stripes, and the vitriol is like that color, but they almost have like a, and they're shiny, and they're so pretty and unique. Now these are daggers, and they are drilled, top drilled, what we call, you know, across the top like that. So I got 3 packages of these because really, unless you're just going to make earrings or a very simple necklace with just a couple of these on, if you want to do anything fancier, you need a little more. So I got 3 packs, so I have 30 pieces because there's 10 pieces per pack. So that's all that. Oh, and then I just got some ear wires in the antique brass, and they have the ball and coil on them, and I think there's 50 pair, 50 piece maybe. Let me see where they are. I don't know. Oh, here they are, 50 piece, so 25 pair. Nickel free steel fish hook, ear wires, antique brass, 18 millimeter. So I got those. Okay, so then I bought 2 of these in the first order, and I got another 2 in the second, because I think what happened again is I got these and I wasn't sure about the color, and then I saw somebody else get them and I thought, okay, I've got to get them. They're a nice neutral. These are just called, nope, wrong sheet. Oh, here. 15 piece strand, 8 millimeter check pressed glass drook. Drooks are round, round bead, Picasso luster. These are just called Picasso luster, but they're kind of like a gray brown, and they're a little sort of opaque, but at the same time a little translucent. They're kind of cool and unusual color, but I found, like when we were doing the bargain bead box, that this was an unusual color as well, and I ended up loving it. I don't think that goes with that, but you know what I mean. It seems like it would be good with browns or other colors too, maybe even like with turquoise. Yeah, see, I think that would go well, like with a matte bead or a not so shiny bead. Okay, so then I got 1 strand, because I think that's all they had, of Czech pressed glass 8mm in pink opal. Pink opal, let me make sure I'm telling you right. Pink opal, yes, 15 piece. And that is what's on it, 15 pieces. And then this I got in the second order, and I think there was only one, and it's pink opal luster. So just so you can see the difference, pink opal is definitely like a milky pink. Pink opal luster has the luster finish on like these do, which gives it that sort of brownish color. But I have some of this in from another place in little hearts, so that's why I got that. And I have some pink opal in little bellflowers and little hearts, I think. Okay, so then I got 3 of these. I love these. These are 6mm pressed glass Drook, and they are in, where are they? I don't know. Chalk white rose luster. And I had gotten bellflowers in that chalk white rose luster. But also, look at that with that shell. Isn't that gorgeous? So I didn't realize that, but I think they'll go really beautifully with it. I love these, and I don't think they have them on the site anymore. So there's a little bit of that brown in there with the luster, but it's more the chalk white with the rose, and I love them. Then these are also Drooks, but these are in Violet Jade Shimmer. Is that right? No, I'm sorry, that's not right. No, they are called Violet Metallic Luster, excuse me. 15 piece strand, 8mm Czech pressed glass Drook round bead, Violet Metallic Luster. They were, I haven't been giving you prices, $1.79 a strand. And that works out, by the way, to like 12 cents a bead. And depending on the finishes and what the color is, they're between 12 and 15 cents a bead on these 8mm ones. The pink opal luster was the most expensive, I think, at $2.29. And the Picasso lusters were also $2.29. So the luster finish seems to be more expensive. But these are really pretty too. This violet luster. And that actually also would go with this pink shell. Look at that, because it's got some like bluey purple down in there. Okay, so then I got 3 8mm Czech pressed glass Drook round bead varied turquoise Picasso. Doesn't that Picasso just make it look like real stone? Varied turquoise, so like blue and green mixed in with a little Picasso finish. Those are so cool. I had to get 3 of those, and those were $1.99 a strand. I don't know if any of these are still available. I'm not sure. Then I have these 6mm ones. These are called Turquoise Picasso Luster. So they're a little bit different than these. They're not quite as dark, which is kind of interesting because I would think they'd be darker yet with the luster on, but they're not. But they're really pretty. And those are called, again, Turquoise Picasso Luster. Those were $1.29 each strand for a 20-piece strand. Now, interestingly, these next ones are designated as 6mm too, but they're a little smaller than these ones. So I think maybe these are more like 5mm. And because also it says 20 piece per strand, but there's actually 23 on both of these strands. These are it says 6mm Czech pressed glass Drook round bead alabaster green luster. And these are, I don't know what the alabaster part is, but they have a translucency to them, and then the luster makes them shiny. You can't really see the translucency too well. A little bit there you can see, but those are really interesting. They're different, and they go pretty well with these turquoise ones. Okay, so then the next ones are fire polish 4.7-inch strand. Oh, I'm sorry. And these green alabaster ones were $1.29 a strand, just like these other 6mm drukes. The violet metallics were $1.79 a strand. The varied turquoise Picasso were $1.99 a strand. The pink opal luster was $2.29 a strand. And the Picasso lusters were $2.29, and the pink opal was $1.99 a strand. Okay. So then these, we're switching now to fire polished. No, we're not. These are pressed glass melon beads. Pressed glass melon beads. And these are in the color aqua, teal, and white. And I know I did see Wendy Whitman haul these, and they're gorgeous. I love the melon beads anyway. They just add a little texture. But the colors on these, aqua and teal and white, so they're partly translucent and partly opaque where the white part is. Gorgeous. No. Maybe with the dragonflies, or those would go also with the other ones. But anyway, yeah. Okay, and then we have, let's see, this was on my first order. These are called, where are they? These are called 4.7-inch strand, 54 piece, although I counted 57 twice. 4mm Czech pressed glass donut disc bead ivory luster. Here we go. So this is ivory. It's not almond, it's ivory. So it's a nice neutral. Goes with gold really well. Goes with those Picasso lusters really well. Really will go with just about anything really well. And then these next two were on my second order. Now I didn't buy many. They have a lot of new cathedral beads, which is basically like a faceted barrel kind of bead, small barrel. But they have a different kind of end on them that has a different color, sometimes metallic, in this case Picasso. But I didn't get many cathedral beads because I have a whole slew of them from years gone by. 4.7-inch strand, 19 piece, which is accurate, 6mm Czech fire polished glass faceted cathedral bead, almond Picasso. Loving the almond Picasso, and that does go with those dragonflies. And then these are also almond Picasso, but these are a 4.7-inch strand, 32 piece. I have 35 counted on here. 5x3mm Czech fire polished glass faceted rondelle bead, almond Picasso. 5x3 is little, but just so you can compare, these were considered to be, what size? 4mm. So these are 4mm disc beads. These are, they're pretty close in shape. These are a little bigger. 5 being this dimension and 3 being the width, where these are probably only 1.5 millimeter wide and 4 this way. But there's the difference between ivory and almond Picasso. Okay, so that actually is my order. My 2 orders, and I've already entered them in my inventory. I just have to make copies of these and cut the little strips up so I can put them back in their bags with them and put them away. Hopefully to remember that they're there and to use them, because I definitely think I could have some projects out of just these pieces laying here, right? Actually, I think these with that, and these with this, and these with this, and I have some other almond Picasso, and this shell probably with this and or this, you know, stuff like that. And this doesn't really go. Yeah, not sure about the rest of it, but you know, you get the idea. I'll be playing around and going through my stash and looking for some other bits to go with those, but not this week probably because I have a lot of other projects already started. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did, and I have one more order coming in, I think from Softflex. I'm not sure when it's coming. I'll share that with you when I get it. It includes, well, actually, it includes the next design kit. And so I won't be able to open that fully until December 30th when they reveal that. But I'll go ahead and video it and save it, and I'll share the rest of the items that I got with you from that. They had a good deal on that day, only I think $25 off any order of 100. It's easy to get to 100, and so I did, including that kit, so I got $25 off my whole order, which was a little under 25% off everything, so not bad. And I will share that with you when I get it, except for the design kit, which I can't share with you to the 30th of December. Plus, I still have to make you things from the last design kit, which is the White Christmas. All right, everyone, take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.